As we get ready to put this house on the market, I'm so excited. Look how cute it is. This is such a great little bungalow, and we are in a fabulous neighborhood in downtown Vancouver. Okay, we're almost ready to go on the market. Today's marketing day, so the entire team is here doing videos, but I wanted to share with you now that we've done the things we talked about doing, what a difference it made. Come on in and let's check it out. This house is owned by someone who unfortunately has some dementia and had to go into memory care. Her adult son is my past client, and I'm working with him to get everything ready to go on the market and maximize their return so that mom has money to pay for her care. The first thing we're gonna do is do new interior paint throughout the house. The walls right now are kind of a dark beige, and it just really darkens up the house. And it is a nice neutral color, but it's too dark. And as we move through, you'll see a little bit of other things that we're gonna freshen up with that paint. Bright white interior paint's gonna make a huge difference, and it's something I almost always recommend that sellers do as we think about going on the market. We're also gonna replace the light fixtures. These stained glass light fixtures are just super dated, and we can put a nice matte black light fixture inexpensively off Amazon, and it will really change this space and the light in this space. We're also going to paint out this pink cabinetry in the bookshelves. This is all gonna get painted nice bright white, and we'll switch out the sconces. That'll really make this room feel fresh and light and bright. Then we're going to stage it. One thing about staging is staging actually makes a vacant house feel much bigger. Buyers have a hard time visualizing the space without furniture, so I can't wait to show you this space once the new furniture is in place. Okay, the most noticeable thing, of course, is the interior paint. Now, we weren't really actually planning on painting the trim in this house. We were just planning on painting the walls. But once we painted the walls, we realized the trim actually was pretty cream, not a true white, and it looked ridiculous. So now the house, this entire floor, has fresh interior paint, walls, ceilings, and trim, so everything is light, bright, and fresh, and ready to go. And look at the fireplace. Do you remember those built-ins had the pink inside? Now they're all bright, white, and fresh. Everything looks nice. The stained glass light fixture is gone, and we have the nice matte black and linen light fixture. I really like this linen style because I feel like it just adds a little bit of pizzazz, but it's like $29.99 on Amazon. It's not very expensive at all, and I use it in a lot of houses because it's just a great neutral that honors the bungalow style of this house, but also brings it up a little bit to 2026 aesthetics. So it's a nice mix, and it's not very expensive. In the dining room, we're not doing much. We'll paint the pink out of the inside of the hutches, and once again, we'll replace the light fixture and paint the interior walls. So in the dining room, we only did two small things. We put the new light fixture up, so we matched the light fixture here with the living room. A lot of people today don't like big, gaudy chandeliers in their dining room, so this was a nice nod, not quite a fully flush mount, just a little semi-mount, but still a little bit formal, so it brightened this area nicely. And then we replaced all of the knobs on the built-ins over here with this matte black knob. So painted everything out interior. Still gives you the charm, but just a little bit modern. Same with the kitchen. We chose not to do a big kitchen update. The kitchen's actually very spacious. These cherry cabinetry are a little dated, but it is just what it is. We could only do our best. We'll switch out the hardware with some matte black hardware. We'll switch out the kitchen sink faucet with a matte black kitchen sink faucet, and we'll paint these walls. This weird texture, we're just gonna leave it. It is what it is, and once it's painted white, I think it'll minimize it a lot, versus right now we have the lights and darks of the yellow color. We'll also paint out this brick fireplace chimney just to really neutralize this and make it feel a little bit less like country kitchen. We're not gonna replace the countertops or the backsplash, we're just gonna leave that here. As I looked at the comparables for the neighborhood, a lot of the kitchens were also a little bit dated, so I think we're gonna be okay in this market, in this neighborhood, to leave those things as is. I am so happy with how this kitchen turned out, guys. First off, the white paint magically transformed the walls. You can still feel the texture if you look, and you can still see it, but having it just be all white, it is not nearly as noticeable as it was with those yellow two-tone colors before. It's so much better. And painting the fireplace brick, I actually was a little bit 50-50 on this. I wasn't sure what I was gonna think, and I love it. It's so much better, it blends in. This house has a lot of texture, especially in this room, and so minimizing some of that texture is so much better. As I got into it, I also decided we needed to replace the kitchen sink. So that big double basin porcelain sink, just super dated. We replaced it with a sleek stainless steel single bowl sink here, along with the new faucet, and it gives it just a much crisper, cleaner look, making it so much better. And then of course the hardware, the pulls and the new knobs, everything is just absolutely perfect and looks so much better. Plus of course, a new kitchen light. This house has 2 bedrooms on the main floor and a 3rd bedroom downstairs. So we have the primary bedroom, which is a nice, large, spacious bedroom. No attached bathroom on this house, but the primary bedroom still has lots of room. And once again, this is where staging really is going to let us use the space. I'm also gonna paint out the walls and this built-in here. We're gonna remove random things like this. I don't even know where that wire goes. I have no idea. The contractor can figure that out. And then things like these vertical blinds, we're gonna take those down. We always take vertical blinds down. No one loves vertical blinds. We also always remove ceiling fans. And I know it's really nice to have a ceiling fan and it moves air and it circulates. On the market, we don't want ceiling fans. Even though we're gonna stage, there's probably gonna be a bed there, the ceiling fan still brings the ceiling down low, and these aren't super high ceilings. So by taking that ceiling fan out and putting a matte black semi-flush light in there to match the light in this room, that's gonna look really good and really make the space just feel bigger. Now, blinds like this that are nice, honeycomb, these are these top-down, bottom-up blinds. These we're gonna leave. These are really nice, so of course we're gonna leave those. It's just the vertical blinds or old broken metal mini blinds, that's what we're gonna take down. Okay, look how different this feels. First off, once again, just fresh paint does a world of difference. No longer that big, ugly vertical blind on the sliding glass door. So much better. It's brighter, it's lighter in here, and it just feels more welcoming. The staging really does a great job of showing people how they can use the different space, because this is a huge room, maybe even too big of a room for some people. But with the seating area plus the bed, it gives you a little bit of idea with the furniture. We lost the ceiling fan and replaced the overhead lights. I chose to have 2 lights that were the same in this room just to give a cohesiveness of the space. We painted out the built-in, and then of course the stager added some decor. And something that really can make a difference is if you have old cream or almond-colored outlets, switch them out. This one, if you remember, was a kind of a really ugly, like almond color. It's that old dated color. And once we had the walls white and bright, it looked really funny. So we didn't switch out everything in the house, but the ones that were really noticeable like this one, we switched out and we upgraded and we did it. We also were able to remove that random wire that was there, and any holes or weird hooks or anything like that. When the painters were painting, they took all of that stuff down. So now the new buyer can just really have a clean palette and figure out what they want it to look like. In this room, we have a nice walk-in closet. When the painters come in and paint all the walls, they'll take things like these hooks off, patch those holes, and make everything just a really nice clean slate. We are gonna have the carpets professionally cleaned, and I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the carpet has kind of a wavy bubble here. The carpet guy will re-stretch this, clean everything up, and make it look really good. In the next bedroom I show you, there's also some damage to the carpet, and a good carpet cleaner and repair person can actually patch those holes. So instead of having to go to the expense of replacing this carpet, we'll be able to just patch it. You can see it kind of right here where there's just some damage. I think probably a pet damage, something like this. The contractor will actually take some carpet out of the inside of this closet in the back corner where we won't notice, and they'll patch that in and make this look a lot nicer. If for some reason they can't do that, then we'll have to replace the carpet, but I feel pretty good that he's going to be able to do that. And I can't believe how good the carpet looks in the bedrooms. Now, this house didn't have a lot of carpet. We thought we might have to replace it because it was just pretty like stained and tired, and I have the most magical carpet person. George is amazing. He's a quirky man and I love him so much, and he came in and cleaned everything, re-stretched it, even fixed a hole in the other bedroom. So sometimes a good carpet person can really save my seller some money and give that buyer that fresh, light, bright, and not tired look they're looking for. Repaired the carpet, new paint, and a new light. This is one of my favorite lights actually from Amazon. It's really great. It has kind of a brass interior. It's a little bit more expensive. I think it's like $35, but it just adds a little bit of pizzazz. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Now, only one bathroom on this floor, the second bathroom's downstairs in this house, so this is a pretty important bathroom. It's actually been relatively recently updated. It has a new vanity, but we're gonna switch out the light fixture and the faucet for a matte black light fixture and faucet, and then we'll switch this weird towel thing, I don't know, that's kind of a strange thing. We'll switch that out for matte black as well. And then this just has a nice walk-in shower. We really won't change much in here, but it will be painted the nice neutral white, and we'll take off the random hooks and make this matte black. We won't change out the shower hardware or the door hardware. That's just too much. And sometimes when you're prepping things for sale, you have to know where to stop, and you can't do everything. So we have to do enough that it makes a good we have to do enough that it looks good, but we can't do too much. So my bathroom got the normal refresh, a new mirror, new lights, and a new bathroom faucet. All in together, less than $75 installed, makes a world of difference and makes the space feel so much better. So basements aren't so important, so we aren't going to do as much down here as you might think. We are going to paint this lovely shade of green back to that nice neutral white, and everything down here is going to get painted. Look, it's not green. This is so much better. This laundry room is that bright green color that no one likes. Well, maybe my seller liked it, I guess, to be fair. I didn't like it. It was just too green. So once again, just nice light, bright neutrals, and that's all we did in here. However, that's really all we're gonna pretty much do. We're not gonna do much in this bathroom. We'll replace the missing towel bar because of course it's missing and that's tacky, and we're gonna paint it white because it's just too dark. So we didn't do anything to the bathroom. The stager added a little bit of pizzazz with some fresh linens, but the bathroom is just what the bathroom is. And once again, you have to know where to stop and what is gonna be a good return on investment. And this is ultimately the basement bathroom. But besides paint down here, there's not much else we're going to do. I'm not going to stage this space. Just cleaning it up with some fresh paint will really make it feel better, and that'll really be enough in this particular situation. It's just a basement, and sometimes you don't have to do too much just to a basement. Sometimes you have to know where to stop, and that can be really challenging on these houses because there's always more we can do. So we painted the walls down here. It cost my seller $860 more to paint the lower level that we painted on top of the main floor. We decided that was a good investment and we went ahead and did it because it was that darker beige color, but we didn't do anything to the floor. And a buyer might come in and choose to put carpet down, or maybe LVP in this area, or maybe just paint it fresh. We just chose to leave it because it is just a basement, and we have to be careful because once you're thinking about selling, it's just about your return on investment. Am I going to make you as much that you spent or more if you do the work? And in today's market, the answer almost always is yes, as long as we're smart and we have good contractors that we team up with to make sure it's affordable. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share, and stay tuned for more.